The Associated Press recently reported that fishing is experiencing a wave of interest during the COVID-19 pandemic as Americans seek creative ways to distress. And this morning, Stephanie Vatalaro, with Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation, joins us to discuss getting out on the water for some fishing fun, all while being safe. Hello, Stephanie. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Let's talk about this. Why do you think that fishing is holding such an appeal for people right now?
You know, if you can get out safely, safety first, we think fishing is a fantastic way to disconnect from what's going on, get some of that peace and quiet of nature, and really bond with your friends and family. And it's perfect for social distancing because any of those who do fish know you don't want to be too close to the other people fishing and get your lines tangled up.
That's exactly right. But you also, there's some safety issues that you need to take into consideration when you're going out on the water, aren't there?
Absolutely. And that's why we created a resource on takemefishing.org where you can go and find out, particularly now during the pandemic, what waterways are open in your area, if any of the fishing rules and regulations have changed. It's important to figure that stuff out and always follow the CDC guidelines, of course.
And as an avid fisherman myself, there are some mental and spiritual benefits to being around water and fishing and just getting outdoors.
Absolutely. I think, we've all been cooped up in our houses and ready to get outside and explore, but we can only go so far. And we think, the outdoors and fishing are perfect for that because you can go nearby. Like I said before, you enjoy that kind of peace and quiet. There's some studies that show that just being near the water actually lowers your blood pressure and combats things like anxiety and depression.
So the next time I go fishing, I can tell my wife I'm doing it for health reasons.
Yes, tell her you're going for a meditation.
But you got some simple tips for folks. If they're going to get started, maybe they've not fished in a long time or they're picking up fishing for the first time. Do you have some simple tips or advice for them?
Sure. I think one of the things that fishing suffers from is all these perceived barriers. People think it's time consuming. They think you have to drive 2 hours from your house to get started. They think you need all this technical know-how. And you being an avid angler, you probably understand it can be technical, but it can also be really simple. You need a fishing rod and reel. You can buy it all prepackaged, ready to go. You could even dig some worms out of your backyard, get a bucket to sit on, and you're all set. And takemefishing.org has resources. If you haven't done it in a while or just getting started, we have all kinds of how-to tips, how to tie knots, what places are great to go for first-timers, and also a map where you can choose areas near you.
Do you look at this time as, we're with our families more? Is this a great opportunity for maybe get children started in fishing right now as well?
Absolutely. This is the perfect time to mentor children or mentor a newcomer. You're spending time as a family. You're looking for other activities to do. And I think those of us who fish know that sometimes the fishing isn't about the fishing. It's about the whole experience. And there's a lot you can do with fishing. Take your family on a picnic. Let the kids play around at the water line and catch frogs and play with the bait. There's a lot that comes along with it that's good. And we think it's a great bonding activity for creating lifelong memories. And
your website, really quickly, if you could, tell us a little bit about that website, takemefishing.org.
Sure. Takemefishing.org is it's a how-to, where-to website for all things fishing and boating. So if you have never been, or you haven't been in a while, or even if you're an avid angler, there's a learning section with all the how-tos that you need. As I mentioned before, there's knot tying, there's things about how to identify the right places to go. We have a great map where you can search locally in your area for open waterways. And then we also connect you with your state agencies where you can get your fishing licenses and register your boat and all that good, important stuff.
All right, Stephanie Vatalaro, thank you so much for taking some time with us today and encouraging us to get outdoors and drop a line in the water.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Takemefishing.org, a great website, a great resource, a great time to get out on the water and do a little fishing.